Can we take a second to appreciate how customizable this game is? Like, I don't think I appreciate it enough because I'm just so used to it. But you can customize the window color in 4 different sections with, you know, all the RGB colors all the way up to 255. You can customize your controller. You can customize memory versus initial cursor. You have 3 different versions of ATB. And then these are like, I don't know how, I think it's probably 0 to 100. Like, it's not just slow, medium, fast. It's like you have 100 different notches to pick from for all 3 of these. Isn't that wild? I mean, Final Fantasy IX is slow, slower, slow, and that's all you get. Final Fantasy VIII, I think, also just has like 3 selections. I don't know what drove them to make that so customizable, but I'm glad they did. I'm pretty sure I planned on changing the color of the windows for all 3 of these playthroughs, and then just didn't. We were too concerned with the naming scheme. Which, to be fair, the naming scheme is much more important. Let's get one more. One kind of like funny side benefit of the window color is my brother and I used to know exactly which save was ours based on the window color. And you could even see it in the save file, you know, so you just open up the menu and like immediately see which save files are yours. Which was probably not the intended use, but a really cool use. Alright, let's get one more ether just for the free heal. And then off to the most exciting boss fight of all time. Ballroom. Customization was a huge thing for you as a kid. I could imagine, given, you know, you grew up to like code and make a lot of things, a lot of custom things. Probably sparked your curiosity, you know. Just like Final Fantasy VII sparked my curiosity to break every video game I played for the rest of my life, I guess. How's it going, Snipes? Amela, they give you the 11. Okay, we're alive. I think video games sparked a lot of different interests of mine. BioShock 100% sparked my interest in like the decades of old and like the culture of early 90s, mid 90s. Because like I specifically remember in class like not giving a crap about it. I specifically remember in social studies class being taught about mid-90s culture and just being like, they didn't have Game Boys, so pretty lame. And then I played BioShock and I was like, this is the most vibrant, cool, like, part of history ever. I wish I lived in this time period. Something about seeing it, you know, like, in having it all, like, together, too, because when you read about it in a book, it's like, back then they used to wear these crazy dresses and they were called flappers, and you're like, okay. And then they're like, oh, and they used to listen to this music, and you're like, okay. And they used to hear some of the paintings of the time, and you're like, okay. But when you play BioShock and you see a woman in the dress and the music's playing and she's looking at an art piece of the time, and everything is just like, and like the buildings look like the buildings of the time, and it all just like melds together and it feels like you're in the time. That's when it like hits you, and it all just works, like, you know, it all comes together and you're like, wow, this is a really cool period of time. Just seeing each individual piece doesn't do the same as seeing it all together. Same way as like reading, like I remember, I don't remember exactly what the movie was, but we learned about Shakespeare, and I like didn't really care about Shakespeare much. Like I thought it was, you know, as much as everyone appreciates Shakespeare, I appreciated Shakespeare, but I was like, you know, whatever, not that excited about Shakespeare. And I remember we read Hamlet, and I was like, this is pretty cool. I like Hamlet. Hamlet's interesting. It's got some crazy monologues and like twists and turns, and like it's a cool play, right? But then we watched a movie about Shakespeare, and I remember in the movie it showed like the whole culture behind going to see a play, and like how for them it was like the biggest event of the year, and the whole city would all, you know, the streets would empty and everyone would be at the Playhouse, and it would be this massive, huge dome with everyone around, and the super rich people were up at the top, and then you had like the gallows down below with like people, it's just a dirt ground and everyone like packing in. And then you have like the people on the stage in the crazy outfits, and they had to yell super loud because there was no microphones. So they're on stage like yelling out these lines, and everyone's like cheering. Like that whole thing made me so much more interested in Hamlet, like seeing Hamlet done that way versus just reading it and just being like, oh, it's a play, you know? But like just all of it like combined, like the whole culture combined, I was like, wow, this is really cool. And then I went and saw Hamlet at a community theater and like fell in love with the play, and now it's my favorite Shakespeare play. But there's so much more to it than just like reading about it, you know? I think they should maybe, I don't know if like, I mean, I know they try to use VR for teaching sometimes, but I don't know like how smart it is to lean into that too much. But man, if I could have just had like one day in social studies where we put on like a VR headset and it like put me in the play, you know, like that would have been huge for me to like appreciate it more than to just read about it in the textbook. But I don't know, maybe as a kid I wouldn't have had the same appreciation. But okay, first of all, we're gonna get Aqualung this time. I'm not gonna forget this time. I suppose we could throw on Comet just for bonus damage, but we're only gonna get one shot. And actually I sold my ethers, so I think we're cooked. Actually I do have the one ether, so I guess we'll use that. We need to equip the rune bracelet. And then we want to level up Restore, Elemental, All, and then probably the other Restore. This should be good. Don't need to use a trank. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. I think we're good. I think we're good. Trying to think of what else. What other things in video games like spurred my interest in other things? I guarantee a video game somewhere spurred my interest in piano. I don't know where or what or how, or maybe just all of them combined, but at some point, video games definitely influenced me to want to play piano. I think a lot of things did, though. A lot of other things not related to video games. She's fine, by the way. Don't worry about it. I feel like at one point there was a game that had like a coding aspect. Not really a coding aspect, but like a logic aspect of like, you know, if this, then that. If this and that, then this, whatever. Some game I played had that kind of like logic thing. And I remember learning that and being like, you know, maybe I could learn like these are the steps to eventually learning how to like program. And so when I went to college, that was one of the things I thought about doing. I'm sure that was a video game that spurred that on. That and Adobe Flash and learning how to animate. Weirdly enough, got me into coding more than animation. Yeah, Baba Is You. That didn't exist till later, till after I was out of college, but that would have been a coding program or a programming training game for me. I ended up taking geography due to seeing all the cool areas in Final Fantasy games and wanting to learn about cool and real life places. That's so cool. That's really cool. Man, look at that damage. Calm down, Tifa. Way too much damage. Please hit. Yes, The Incredible Machine. We played that in 2nd grade. It was my favorite thing ever. I was addicted to playing that game. Freaking love that game. Out of curiosity, what damage do I do with my attack? 53. There we go. Yeah, I was getting worried, like, is she gonna ever use Aquila? How's it going, Joe? This is considerably faster with our grenades. I want to save a couple grenades for quickly killing party members if I need to. I'll save like 2 or 3 of them. I'm gonna have to check that out. I wonder if wonder if this is the exact version we played in, second grade, or if it was like a later version. So we've actually looked into it, and beating this fight without the water ring is like almost impossible. Like, you genuinely have to, like, level 99 in the reactor type grinding to beat this fight if you don't use the water ring. I think, if it would be... Should I even revive the other two? I think reviving the other two is just a waste. You should be front row. I do feel like we're doing, like, very little damage. I feel like you should do more than 50. I have Comet on, which hurts a little bit, but... Well, I could kill him before she dies, but yeah. Like, all that's happening, if I revive those two, is they're attacking instead of Cloud. So it's just, like, not even really gonna save time. Someone go back to the Cloud run and see how much Cloud was dealing during that run. I feel like it was more than this. I mean, he is a lower level, I think. Because we gave some AP to Aerith. Hyper? What's a Hyper gonna do, bud? Do you see me using limits? Hyper's just gonna make me miss. Using an elixir. It's all about finger strength. Okay, that's really close. 32. 29. Okay, 30. There we go. Yeah, he was doing like 50 damage. He was doing like 50 damage. Come on, red 13. Brother only does 30 damage. You ever feel like your skill power is used up? That was me throwing 2 New Game Plus world records on the last split last week. My skill power was used up. So like, this is fine, because Red 13 attacks while Cloud's getting his turn, but if I were to revive Tifa, Tifa would just be delaying Cloud's turn. Let's go Irish. I used grenades. Pay attention! Wake up! Pay attention! Something, 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 make up. Why'd you leave the keys upon the table? You wanted to. I didn't think I was going to get DMCA'd into Oblivion. I'd make that a point redemption for every time someone points something out that already happened. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? I wanted to. In a joking way, of course, you know, we all leave the stream for 2 seconds and come back and not see something happen and then be like, wait, couldn't you have done this? I've done it before. You've done it before. We've all done it before. Can you make a MIDI point redemption where it played a snippet of the OG PC OST? That would be kind of funny. A MIDI version of... Actually, I think the Wall Market MIDI theme was probably like my favorite. That one was pretty incredible. Chop Suey MIDI. Red 13 looks so unimpressed with Cloud's speech, so I haven't looked in the right direction. Alright, real quick before we go there. Let's do a level check. We have... Oh, this is so annoying. I should not have set the game to full screen. 1475. 1011. 47 is our current... Man, that is really low. It's kind of crazy. And we fought 2 bosses, right? So we're at 6 bosses because we did... Or wait, we did Elevator and Rufus too, so I think we're at 8. Scorpion, Apps, Reno, Sample, Elevator, Rufus, Motorball, Genova? That'd be 7. What am I missing? Scorpion, Apps, Reno, Sample, Elevator, Rufus, Motorball, Genova. That's it. Out of 21, level 47. And now we're on to the hardest part of the run. Maybe. Depending on how crazy Carry Armor ends up being, how crazy Demon Wall ends up being. Here's the big question. Do we want to try to get organics before we move on. Ouch! That didn't feel great. I'll have to look and see what the magic bonus is for the organics. Can I get a nice little... Oh, never mind, I took off steel. Run! Yeah, I need to back I don't want to use my tranks because I don't think you can buy them in Icicle Inn. I could equip these though. Why does this run have 3 more bosses? Because we have to redo Temple, which involves fighting Palmer, Red Dragon, and Demon Wall. Yeah, but I don't want to run all the way back to Bone Village. Unless I have to. The point is, I'm not using them so that I can hopefully make this all in one trip. If I was already going back, then yeah, I'd use them. CML, have a good weekend. Have a good Easter weekend. Let's see here. We might have looked at this before, but the enhanced sword gives 16 magic, the organics gives 15 magic. But the enhanced sword has better slots. So might as well just wait. Although, it would be nice for the icicles. Which, I don't even remember how we dealt with the icicles. Did we end up getting a build where we could one-shot them? I think we had to, like, attack with 2 people and then hope the one died. It was like a whole mess. Problem is, the organics is 12K. It's so expensive. I find it so funny that the icicles are like the scariest threat in the whole game in this playthrough. The icicles are like the reason that we can't do this without materia. Okay, sell some of this, sell that, sell that. So, I mean, I guess this wouldn't be that bad to get. The only problem is I'm so low leveled. This steel is going to be a nightmare. Oh, I could sell the water. Wait. I could sell the one we already have. Do I want to? Yeah, I want to do that. Nothing uses water. Nice. Alright, I guess we just send it. I guess we just send it. I'm gonna save because very good chance we get into the Great Glacier and just immediately get pincered. You guys ever notice this, like, crazy vehicle over here? You kind of walk right past it and don't even look at it. At least I don't. Some kind of, like, crazy ice or like snow shovel vehicle. Like a lawnmower, but for snow. Same with the Heaven's Cloud. I believe it's supposed to be Heaven's Gathering Clouds. I kind of like Heaven's Cloud. It just rolls off the tongue well. It's a lawn snower. Wow. They better have that exact animation in Rebirth or Remake Part 3, or I'm not buying it. Most important room in the game right there. Hero drink and a vaccine. Remake Part 3 or Rebirth Part 2. I think if we're going by what the game is going to be like, probably Rebirth Part 2. I think this would be very similar to Rebirth, if I had to guess. Do we want to get anything other than elixirs here? Added cut's useless. I don't think there's anything else we want. Yeah. Cool. Did Sephiroth do this? Did Sephiroth create this rad course? He created this rad course to distract the party. Oof. Why doesn't the regular snowboard section have music? Because they're out in the winter wonderland. It's setting the mood. Setting the mood of being stuck in an icy wasteland. Now, does the goofiness of the course kind of ruin the vibe? Yes. But, you know, sacrifices had to be made. Thank you, Anonymous, for the gifted sub to Don't Eat Glue, Kids. You heard him. Don't do it. Am I still allowed to eat glue as an adult? You can do whatever you want. You're an adult. can stick your hand in a vat of glue and then peel your new glue skin off. If you want. Pretty sure people do that. It was a great dad joke. Dad. www.businessinsider.com/Google AI glue pizza. I tried it. I ain't clicking that. Thank you for another gifted sub to Glue is Yummy LMAO. Getting mixed messages from these subs. I'm a little worried that I get pincered before I pass out, but I'm going to try to get elixirs until I pass out. I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I really don't care what they do for Part 3 in terms of organization. It really doesn't much matter. I do not think the order of events in the back half of this game matters, like, at all. We gotta have, like, Cloud go crazy, and then the party be without Cloud for a bit, and then Tifa's big revelation with Cloud, and then the finale. But, like, the way we get to those things really doesn't matter. And if you think that it matters, you're just being pedantic. Like, it doesn't matter. Whether or not the huge materia happens before or after, whether or not we go straight to Glacier, or there's something else in the middle, like, it doesn't affect the main themes of the game. Therefore, if it works better for them to do it that way, then just let them do it that way. Like, you know, Vincent is going to be more of a part of the big story. So maybe instead of going to Great Glacier, we, like, go back to Nibelheim and have, like, a whole side story with Vincent for a bit. Like, that would not ruin anything. Like, in the original game, you can make the argument that it would ruin the pacing, but in the new game, the pacing is completely different because it's 3 games, so. As long as the pacing is good and we hit all the big things we need to hit, I say let them do what they want to do. Let them do what's going to be best. I need to steal a circlet also, but I don't know if it's probably not a good time to do it because I need the Aurora bracelet. Cloud's gonna cause problems. I could go grab the elixir, or grab the ribbon and come back. That would make it much easier to steal a circlet. hoping I pass out soon. I'm Captain, make this as close to original as possible. But even I'm not bothered. Yeah. I mean, I think if you're bothered, like, don't get me wrong, it's okay to be bothered by that. Everyone has their own opinion about what the game should be like, but I think if you're bothered by that, you're kind of missing, like, what makes the original game great. The order of operations is not what makes this game great. Like, the fact that Great Glacier happens, and then the huge Materia quest happens, and then Medial happens, and then Raid happens, like, in that order, is not what makes the game great. And certainly doesn't automatically stand the test of time and can work in every single scenario. Yeah, I would argue that the huge Materia quest in general is not great. Like, it's great in the original, but, like, there's nothing about it that needs to be brought back. It's literally a fetch quest to extend this to and make you revisit old areas. If we were forced to revisit old areas for any other reason other than the huge Materia quest, it would be just as good, if not better. And it seems like they want to do something different with the huge Materia anyways, so... But we'll see. But yeah, there's nothing about the huge Materia quest that's like, oh, we gotta have that. Like, sure, we gotta have Sid's moment. You know, but we haven't even really met Sid yet, so... I'm sure Sid will get his whole story, regardless of whether or not it's part of the huge Materia or not. Yes. We made it. Yeah, the huge Materia quest was definitely padding. Was it fun padding? Yes. Did they use the padding to also, like, do an awesome Sid story that could have been its own thing, but they, like, combined the two in a way that makes sense? Yes. Is the huge Materia quest itself incredible and necessary? No. It's just a fetch quest. I believe we're just keeping the same party, right?